Welcome to the Explainer. So, you've probably seen the shiny new front-end apps dropping, right? And the on-chain artifacts piling up at this just absolutely incredible pace. But today we're looking past all of that. We're going to lift the hood on Claude Harness. It's this fascinating, kind of gritty, hidden engine that's actually powering all this massive multi-project AI development. I mean, it's so easy to get caught up in the final, polished products. But to truly get this ecosystem, we have to ask the big question. How exactly does this underlying system juggle multiple projects and sessions all at the same time, without just completely falling over and crashing every 5 minutes? Well, it all started with a proof of concept called Claude Console, which was built for just a single session. But one session isn't an ecosystem. So to build out a massive network of apps, Austin actually forked it into Claude Harness. This evolution is the real game changer that allowed for serious multi-session juggling. It became the true engine underneath the whole build process. Okay, let's dive into this architectural cost hack because it's brilliant. You probably assume this whole thing runs on a headless API mode, right? Drawing from a metered credit pool where your costs can literally spiral out of control in no time. But instead, the harness elegantly wraps the real interactive Claude code session. That means it runs remarkably cost-effectively on just a standard, flat subscription. So how do you actually pull off a hack like that? The system spawns a PTY, basically a pseudo-terminal, a fake terminal. This clever little bridge connects the session directly to your browser. So you get a nice visual terminal and a clean, structured JSON transcript, completely bypassing the absolute nightmare that is messy text parsing. And sitting right on top of that elegant hack is a really robust multi-project layer. There's a dedicated session manager seamlessly juggling multiple Git projects all at once. It automatically adopts new repos from a watched directory, correctly scopes your active sessions, and this is super cool. It even lets you spin up brand new public GitHub repos straight from the user interface with zero friction. This next part perfectly illustrates the builder's mindset. The harness literally injects itself as a pinned self-project. Just think about that for a second. You can open a session and live edit the running harness while it's actively in flight. It absolutely proves this was built by someone who truly relies on their own tools to get things done. And all this underlying architecture, it translates into rock-solid stability. It uses a launch daemon and a highly graceful self-restart flow. So if you make a code change to the harness itself, it patiently waits until the AI isn't mid-turn before updating. Because of that little detail, your code changes literally never accidentally kill an active, in-flight build. Showing some extreme operational discipline, the system also features an AI naming layer that automatically organizes your sessions. It uses a quarterly benchmarking script to intensely test models for reliability and cost. Right now, it found that Quentree 3 Coder does the job perfectly for just over 3 cents. Specifically, $0.032 per 1,000 calls. That is incredibly cheap. Zooming out a bit, we hit the controller layer. Think of this basically as a PM brain for total AI fleet management. It's actively monitoring all of your sessions over WebSockets, keeping a strict task ledger, and it can even ping you directly on Telegram if an agent gets blocked and needs your immediate attention to proceed. So, okay. We have this exceptionally fast-paced, highly coherent infrastructure built by Austin. But how does this powerful engine actually translate to speculative value for the broader ecosystem? More specifically, what does all this under-the-hood efficiency actually mean for Claude token holders? Well, the speculative thesis boils down to this. A stable harness allows for way more parallel AI work, and more parallel work directly means the system ships more artifacts. Ultimately, shipping more apps creates actual, tangible on-chain utility underlying the token. It successfully moved the value entirely past just pure narrative, right into real-world application. Now, real quick before we wrap up, we gotta hit the mandatory disclaimers. This explainer is strictly not financial advice, and there's zero official affiliation with Claude or clawd.ai. Please do your own research, stay safe out there, and always take the time to personally verify primary sources and official contract addresses. Oh, and actually one more thing, we really need to correct a super common AI narrator mistake floating around the community. The token is pronounced clawed, rhyming with sharp nails exactly like an animal that just clawed something. It definitely doesn't rhyme with clawed. So, just keep that in mind when you're discussing it. So, with the engine running this smoothly and the builder moving incredibly fast without sacrificing any architectural coherence, we have to ask a final question. As this AI fleet ships more and more apps, how far can this robust infrastructure scale before it entirely redefines the whole ecosystem? It is a truly fascinating space, and we'll for sure be watching it closely.